Hey everybody, Aaron here. Let's talk about New Year's resolutions today. So, it's been a week since New Year's started. Who made resolutions? And who's already fallen off the wagon? Yeah, that's the thing about resolutions. They don't always work, and it's way too easy to just make one and you stick with it for a couple days, and by a week, that's it, you're done. I prefer goals, preferably with specific, measurable deliverables that you can check in on throughout the year and write them down. Okay, it's a week after New Year's. I'm a little late on doing these this year, but same thing, Write it down, have a plan, measure them throughout the year, look back at the end of the year and see how you did. So, in the name of accountability, let's look at what I had for 2017. I had 5 targets last year. Number 1 was ride my motorcycle more. Take the MSF experience class and just ride more. How'd I do? Well, South Dakota stopped offering MSF courses, so I didn't take an MSF experienced rider course, but I definitely rode more. In fact, I've got my iron butt certificate, well, license plate holder, because I did my first iron butt ride. So what am I aiming for in 2018? I got my iron butt certificate. Well, the thing is, I like doing iron butts. It turns out, I like distance riding. Yeah, there's something screwed up in my brain that makes me like riding long distances and running long distances. Anyway, I like distance riding, so I want another iron butt. And it turns out that the IBA certifies in-state 1,000-mile saddle sore runs for pretty much all of the states. You might have a little bit of trouble doing one for Rhode Island, but yeah, states around here in the Midwest, piece of cake. So, 2018, I want to do another iron butt. I don't know if I'll do South Dakota or Iowa, but from where I am, I can hit South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, and Nebraska easy peasy. So if I want to do one of these a year, I got 5 years of riding plans already, plus other rides. But for sure I want to do another iron butt this year. Okay, number 2. Health and fitness. I wanted to be under 200 pounds at the end of 2017. I started 2017 at 227 pounds. I finished at 213. I got down to as low as 202. So I never made that goal. I did okay. Again, I dropped. Of the weight that I dropped, I kept 14 pounds off. So I'm better off this year than I was at the start of last year. This year, going for under 200. The other part of that is fitness. I did my first 10K last year. That was good. This year, I'm going for a half marathon, probably in September. Let's see how that goes. But if I can nail fitness, if I can be consistent and train for that half marathon, put some strength training in there. I've just got a gym membership so that I don't have to take a winter layoff again. If I can be consistent, this ought to be the year that I'm under 200 by the end of 2018 and stay there this time. We'll check in 6 months and see how that's going. All right, number 3, last year, 3 and 4 really, was social media, blogging, Twitch, YouTube. Write more, be more consistent. No. Yeah, didn't do so hot on these. Got some growth on Twitch, got some growth here on YouTube, got some more readers on the blog. Not quite where I wanted to be, and definitely not the consistency that I wanted, especially after I moved in August. Yeah, finding that rhythm has been a challenge. So the goal for this year is to really hit that rhythm again. Obviously, I'm not off to a super great start in 2018. The ultimate goal would be to have 3 videos a week on YouTube, this vlog every Monday, and then 2 game-related videos Wednesday, Friday. 5 days a week of content on the blog, and then regular Twitch streams. Probably at least 2-3 times a week. That's going to be an ongoing process. I am going to be completely honest and say, yeah, I'm not going to be there this week. One of the big things with that for me is I got to have a buffer, because some days I get home and I can write a bunch. Other days I get home, kids jump on me and they want to play. And you know what? When my 4-year-old says, "Daddy, come read to me," or "Daddy, play a game with me," I'm not gonna tell her, "No, Daddy can't right now. Daddy's got to write for his blog." Hell no. I'm gonna say, "Sure, sweetie, let's go play. Let's go play Barbies. Let's go do whatever you want to do." Because you know what? I'm gonna blink and she's gonna be 12, and she's gonna be 16. You know, I missed too much time with my older kids because I had to work all the damn time when I was a game developer and when I had a 2-hour commute. I'm not doing this anymore. One of the biggest reasons I left game development and we moved to South Dakota and took this job is because I work 8 to 5 and I'm home 10 minutes after the job ends. Sometimes I go out and socialize, but on a given day, I'm home by 5:30. So if my kids want to play, if my older kids want to play Magic, I taught them how to play Magic over Christmas break. My kids want to play something, I'm playing something. Though, as long as I'm sucking air, there's time to write. It's time with the kids. I will never get this back. So when those opportunities are there, I go do that. And I will make no apologies for that, ever. That whole rant to say, I do want to be more consistent this year. I want to put out more content. I had a lot of fun making content last year. But I am not going to sacrifice time with the kids to make content. But yeah, goal for this year is going to be get back to being consistent. 3 videos a week. Monday through Friday, something on the blog, and then probably, let's say, 2 longish, like 1 to 2 hours, preferably 2 hours, like 2 Twitch streams a week minimum, preferably 3, and we'll see how it goes. And number 5, reading. I'm a big believer in personal development, in reading, doing stuff like that. Last year, my goal was to read 5 books, because in 2016 I read 1 book. I spent all of 2016 chugging through Atlas Shrugged. I finally finished that in 2017, blogged about it, and then I read 13 more books after that. That was pretty good. Finally getting back on track. So, 2018, I read 14 in 2017. So, 15. Currently reading The Pith of the Apocalypse by Dr. Rainbow. I'll have a review about that when I'm done, because it is an excellent book. And totally different way to look at the book of Revelation in the Bible than I have been taught previously. Anyway, we're going to read more. So 15 books, that's 1 1/4 books a month on average. Yeah, I ought to be able to do that. It's going to try and do a mix too of, nonfiction, biographies, philosophy, personal development stuff, and then throw in some fiction too, because I like fiction and fiction's good and it's important. So that's my 5. That's kind of a combination of what were my goals in 2017, how'd I do, and what are my goals in 2018. Basically, just the same 5 targets: motorcycle, fitness, blogging, writing, social media, reading. And these are my targets for 2018. So we'll talk more next week. If you've got goals, if you've got comments, put them in the comments. Let me know. Let me know what you resolved for New Year's. Let's try and keep each other accountable this year. I'll check back in here with how I'm doing on these goals. Let's say every quarter. That's a pretty good target for that. How am I doing? The goals need to be revised, because that's the other thing about goals. If you don't examine them, if you don't look at them and revise them, you're not going to hit them. You're going to come to the end of the year, you're going to go, what were these stupid things I aimed for in January last year? No, I didn't hit any of that. Got to re-examine stuff. So, we're back with a check-in on this the end of March. Till then, have a good week. We'll see you on Twitch. See you on the blog. Happy week, everybody. Bye.